Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Another episode. So following on from the previous episode, I went to see what my daughter wanted. And it's a long story. I'll tell you about it whilst we're driving. Let's find ourselves a job. So we're trying to go down the east side this time. Try and keep things balanced as best we can. Oh no, we can't, can we? Because we're already here. Well, that doesn't weigh very much. That's only 23 tons. Oh, look at that. A nice yacht. Get some yachts on the go. So SRL is not part of it. Okay. I always forget which one is which. So Ovest is the west. So what's the east then? Est, E-S-T, east side. West side is the best. East side is the best. All right, we are going to do a west side job this time, but we're going to come back on the east. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we're currently on the west side. So I think, that's back to Bologna though. Let's go to Livorno. Nice coastal drive. Well, it's not really coastal at all, is it? Alrighty, so our pickup should be just over there, and it is.
Drive safe.
Thanks, Dougie Dugster. Oh, I bloody hit it. It looked like I was miles away from it, but obviously that wasn't the case. I'll have to take this truck in to get it fixed soon. I'm going to try and not get any repairs done to the truck until...
Let's go.
Until I have sorry, distracted by a million things. Yeah, I'm going to try and not do any repairs to the truck until I have completely finished all 12 deliveries, but I can't guarantee that's going to happen. So I'm going to take a slight detour here and go and
finding new routes.
Have a kip. Excuse me whilst I eat this cola pop. It's quite hot today. That's why all the fans are on. That's why the audio is not so good. See, this avoiding sleeper fence, I don't like it. I much preferred that you black out and crash. That seemed far more realistic to me. So these Coca-Cola freeze pops, they're spicy. It's like it's got pepper in it. It's a shame there's nowhere to sleep here, because I would. I don't know if this delivery has even got enough time on it. Seriously, these are spicy. Super dangerous corner coming up. Honestly, that corner, it nearly gets me every time.
At the roundabout, take the fourth exit.
Yes, Doug. So I'm going to go to the garage that we went to a couple of episodes ago.
Exit now.
And just pull up and have a little sleep.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Thanks, Doug. He is so understanding, I'll tell you what.
Oh.
He's the best boss I've ever had, that's for sure. Alrighty, that goes off. We go nanites. Cool, right. So the good news is we still have 21 hours to get there. Bit tight this.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
You do not want to be driving that Maserati into the side of my truck, I'm telling you now. That was Enid, my old piano teacher, in the car. That was cold. Woo! That put my teeth on edge. Alrighty, here we go. So then, let's address the story. So it all began yesterday morning. In fact, it began a little while back before that. If you're a regular to the channel, you've been around for a while, you probably remember that I once reviewed the HS2 motorcycle controller for the PC. Honestly, it's such a great bit of equipment. Unfortunately, the version I had wasn't an official one. The version I had been all different types of versions. So it's like the working prototype is the version I got.
Then exit right.
So unfortunately, the working prototype that I had was already like 3-4 years old
Exit right.
when I got it. And I've had, to be fair to Alan, that's the guy, the developer, the guy who invented and builds them, he put a lot of time and effort into upgrading it and bringing it up to nearly HS3 standards, which is the current best version, or the current version that you can buy. Get in gear. Get in the right gear. But yeah, unfortunately, my HS2, a long story this, trying to fill time, you see. My HS2 has just had one problem after another, never the same one, but always something else. Now, bear in mind, the version I have is not the version you can buy. The version I have is what Alan built 5 years ago as an HS1, stripped it all down, rebuilt it or repaired it or used it to design the HS2, and then it evolved into the HS2 Pro, and now it's like an amalgamation. It's like half HS2 Pro, half HS3. The 3 being the most recent and most robust version. But every time, the other problem is that Alan used to live in London, and I used to drive up there, and quite a few times I've driven up to London, and that's like 4 hours in good traffic, 6 to 8 hours in bad. So it's quite a demanding thing for me to take it up there to him so that he can upgrade it or repair it or whatever. So the last time, most recently when Isle of Man TT came out, I hooked up the HS2 Pro and it worked perfectly. And I tell you what, it was the most amazing experience, because TT Isle of Man 2 is way better than the first version, and it really felt so realistic. And because I didn't have to hack it to make the HS2 Pro work with it, it just felt natural, it felt right straight away. Unfortunately, because it is sort of an amalgamation of lots of different things. Am I speeding? I am speeding. I'll just slow down a tad here. Let's go 45. Because I'm not concentrating fully on this whilst I'm telling the story. So because it's an amalgamation of like multiple different systems, some bits have had to be encouraged, if you will, to support these new button combos and stuff like that. So some of the wires were a bit taut and a bit tight and things like that. So anyway, whilst I was playing TT Isle of Man, just one of the wires popped out. It got caught on something, it got pulled, I don't know what happened exactly. It took me a while to figure out what the issue was. But it screwed up the steering. To wire that back in, that car's cutting me up, isn't it? Jeepers creepers. To wire that back in is actually going to be a very difficult job because of where the wire is. It's like down in amongst a bunch of gearing and stuff. What happened there? Whoa. So So for the time being at least, and Alan doesn't even live in London now, he now lives in Coventry, so that's a minimum of like 4 to 6 hours driving to get up there.
Exit right.
So basically, I've not had the best of luck with my HS2. It's worked on and off probably for about 3 months in the 2 years that I've had it. And that's no reflection on the actual ones that you can buy. It's just that my version is all different bits of HS2 stuck together, which is a real shame. So basically, I'm without a motorcycle controller, and that it's really disappointing because, I mean, just like this rig here with the shifter, with the high and low gears, it really adds to the immersion, and there is no alternative for a motorbike simulator. So that's the only thing on offer. So I'm without that at the moment, which is a real shame. But it takes up a lot of space, and I am constantly in need of freeing up space. And the wife doesn't like how much space all my rig takes up as well. All very reasonable, understandable issues. And so, long story short, if it's not already too late for that, I can't see that car. Okay, so yeah, long story short, if it's not already, if it's not already too late for that, I bought a plastic case, an airtight plastic case with a lid, so that I can put the HS2 in the attic. Now it's a motorcycle controller, so it's pretty big. I mean, it's not huge, like cumbersome. It's just, you know, it's got handlebars, so it's quite wide. So I had to buy a specific box in order to accommodate that and safely put it up in the attic until such time as hopefully Alan will be able to fix it at some point somewhere. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how. That's totally another issue altogether. So in order to do that, the box I bought was delivered by Amazon, and it arrived I think yesterday, day before yesterday, and this plastic box came in a cardboard box, and it was pretty big in order to accommodate the controller. So my daughter obviously is not at school because of coronavirus and whatnot, and the wife was, I think she went to a friend's birthday party or something. They had, like, because we're at the point now where you can have 6 people meet up as long as you're outside in the garden, so they're having a barbecue for one of her friends' birthdays, and so it's just me and my daughter here. So as soon as the box turned up, she was like, ooh, I really need a car to play in, and I can make that into a car. And I was like, okay, that seems like a good idea. That gives us something to do for the day. That'll be fun, and it'll keep her occupied so I can do a little bit of work, a little bit of editing, and upload some videos later. So that seemed like the perfect idea. So that's what we did. But it started out as a car, very quickly turned into an aeroplane. So I'll try and show you some pictures in a minute, but probably at the end of the video I'll stop and I'll get the camera and show you what we built. But yeah, so it actually turned out to be quite an elaborate system. It's got the rear fin, the one that sits up like an aircraft. It's got the rear ailerons. I think they're called ailerons at the back, aren't they? It's got those. It's got the wings. It's got levers, so up and down on the to raise and lower the landing gear. It's got all that. It's got a whole bunch of buttons. It's got some displays. It's got an adjustable angled dashboard. I'm not kidding, by the way. It's got an adjustable angled dashboard so that it can not only be an aeroplane, but it can be lifted up and secured, and it becomes a bed, so she can sleep in it between explorations, I guess. And obviously she's added buttons and stuff, so it can now also be a submarine and so on and so forth. So then obviously I wanted to put some sort of controller on it, and I didn't just want to bang something on there that doesn't move and it will be very boring. So I built this semi-elaborate steering mechanism so that the whole it's a proper steering wheel basically. I was going to go so far as you could move it in and out, you know, like a proper yoke. That's the route I was going to go down, but she doesn't really understand what a yoke is, so she doesn't really know how to use a yoke per se. So she complained somewhat. Wow, that's a bit wibbly wobbly, a bit of road, wasn't it? She complained somewhat that the steering wheel kept coming out too easily. Like you could pull the whole thing off, the whole steering wheel off. So I just adjusted it so that it doesn't come off so easily. So you could theoretically still use it like a yoke, but it's not as completely free as it was originally. But anyway, so she has that. She has a throttle that she can adjust on the right hand side. She has rocket boosters that stick out the back, and yeah, she's like coloured it in, drawn some designs on it. Whoa, what's happened here?
Keep left.
So they've closed off that road. Do you see what I mean though? That looks exactly like it does when you get to Genoa Bridge area. So a couple of times I've thought that they'd closed the road off and gone off on a detour in order to get back there. So yeah, that's why, because it looks exactly the same. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the aeroplane. So yeah, it's quite an elaborate system, you know, for a cardboard box play thing. And what she's done is she's picked it up and she's put it on the couch. We have quite a big couch. And so now she's up in the air, and it's even more like an aeroplane. So I shared some pictures with the nannies and the granddads and stuff, and yeah, I mean they're quite impressed with what she's built, or what we've built, I should say. And it is proof, as they've said, and they are quite right, you don't need to spend. As I say this, I look at my setup, my rig here. You don't need to spend lots of money on toys. You just need a cardboard box and an imagination. And it's true. I mean, I actually really quite enjoyed building it. My youngest son helped out as well. So there were 3 of us in the house, not 2 of us. There were 3 of us in the house at the time. And we all chipped in, we all did a little bit, we all helped out. And I think it turned out pretty darn well. I've got to be honest, I'm quite impressed with it. And she's been playing in it for like 2-3 days now. She wanted to bring it up. She wanted me to bring it up to the bedroom last night at bedtime, and I was like, no, because I just knew, instinctively knew that she'd be out of bed, flying around the space, exploring underwater caves. Do you know what I mean? I just knew it'd be too much of a temptation. But anyway, that was it. So in the last episode, she popped in to say hi. I don't know if you saw that or not. But she wanted to show me something, and that's what she wanted to show me. Was a very long-winded way of explaining it to you. That she put the aircraft box up on the couch, which now means that she's in an elevated position, which makes me a little bit nervous, but the wife is down there looking after her, so it should be fine. So she's now in an elevated position, which makes it feel even more realistic, even more like flying a spaceship or a jet plane, whatever mode she's got it set up in, because she's got all these buttons and dials and stuff. she can switch. She's got proper buttons, proper flicky buttons, proper levers, proper throttle. You know, it's all bits of cut. It's all from one box and a whole bunch of gaffer tape, basically, and it works really well. I'm really quite impressed with it. I really am. It's nice to do creative things like that, and she'll remember that when she's older, hopefully. You know, she'll remember the day that we built a spaceship slash submarine slash motor car slash jet plane, and she'll remember all the imagination or imaginary adventures that she's gone on. She's been chased by sharks. She's added a laser to it so that if there's a shark chasing her, she can not attack the shark with the laser, because she loves animals. She's all about animals. I think she's going to probably work with animals in the future, maybe. But the laser serves as a distraction, so it kind of creates a laser image of a fish, which the shark will then chase instead of chasing her, and then she can get away. I think it's brilliant. I love the creativity behind the whole thing. It's really good. The pictures I've got that I'll show you at the end, they're actually quite old now. They're a good few days old. So she has improved it even more since then. And I think it looks fantastic, I really do. Nice little story to go with the journey there. We are absolutely motoring through this today. Flying along. So I must remember in the next episode to pick up something from hopefully Livorno and take it to the east side of the Genoa Bridge repair, and try and get both sides up to the same number of deliveries. So I think we've done 5 on the west and 2 on the east. So we've got quite a bit to do still. We're just over halfway, basically. Wondering why I don't go full beam, it's because I don't want to blind the people on the other side of the road. I'm trying to keep it as realistic as possible, guys, you see. And then obviously when I get overtaken, I don't want to blind them either. Especially not with these bad boys. Look at that. I'd be absolutely blinded. Damaged retinas the lot. Actually, the sat-nav is not telling me to get in that lane, so I guess this lane must also be going to Livorno. Next junction should be our junction. Retarder has been an absolute godsend, I can tell you. The number of accidents I've avoided because of that thing. How many people are going to try and drive into me today? So far, so good.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
I'm speeding according to this.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Much happier with my new
Turn
wing
left.
mirror. What? Wasn't paying enough attention there. Stalled it, I knew I would. Bugger. Right, so I think it's just down here. How are we doing for fuel? Let's just nip in here whilst we're on the go and grab some fuel. Is there anywhere to sleep here? That would be awesome. Quite a few people here actually. I'm quite tired as well. Handbrake on. Oh, that would be the wrong button. Let's try that again. $1.48 diesel price. That's pretty good. That's a lot of diesel. There we go. Oh, I think there's a sleeping area there, isn't there? Nice. Oh, hang on. How long? Yeah, we got 21 hours. So, I'm going to try and not crash into anything. Oh my god, I've left that a bit tight. Just about going to be able to do this. So I'm going to have a kip now, and then in the next episode I can just go straight in and drive without any issues. Just makes life easier, doesn't it? I was going to say, I think it's a sleeping area. It is. Alright. Engine off, handbrake on. Let's have a quick snooze. apologies if you can hear the tweety birds. Oh, hang on, it still says 21 hours, 26 minutes. Does that not go down? Ever?
Get ready to turn left.
I did not know that.
Turn left.
That's my alarm clock. Turn left here. Are you sure? That's going to be a bit tight. Ooh. That's going to be tight. Oh my gosh. That's going to be tight. Our first challenge. We're not going to get there. And those cars aren't going to go. Stop beeping at me. Stop beeping at me. Mr. Officer, yes, sorry about that. You carry on beeping as much as you like, sir. Alright. It wasn't an open invitation. Welcome to the world's busiest flipping road. That's better. I tell you what, this had better be the right way. This better lead to where we're supposed to be going. Ah, dear. I'm a little dubious that it's the right way, but hey. So I didn't realise that online cargo delivery time, estimated delivery times, never alter. That's a bit of a shame. Surprising. That bloody alarm clock. Shut up. I can't reach it. Let's turn the retarder off for a bit. Turn right, then turn left. What? You mean right in there? Or left in there? Surely not in there. It must be this one.
Here we are, safe and sound.
Here we are, safe and sound, Doug. That is exactly where we are and what we are right now. Oh my gosh. That's a bit tight as well. Right, okay, well this is a proper challenge then. Look what they've given me here. Trailer on the left to block the truck, and something either side, just to make that little bit more of a challenge. And it's blind side as well. Lovely. Just what I was hoping for. This should be a lot of fun. Right, hard left. Make sure I miss that forklift. So this is where I'd like to get out the truck. Because I can see pretty much bugger all. Yeah, we hit something. It's going to be tight. Yeah, we're not going to make that. All right, proper challenge. See, if I was smart, I'd have turned the truck around so that I wasn't blindsided. That's the trick. I'm not turning that in anywhere near quick enough, I don't think. And same problem. Bugger. You wouldn't believe how much that flipping bird alarm clock is getting on my nerves. It's not going to be hugely easy doing it this way either, but it's going to be a lot easier, I can tell you that. A hell of a lot easier. Alright. I thought for a second we had rear steering trailer, but no, we don't. I overcooked it. Balls. I was really hoping to do that in one. Trailer damage, 1%. How? What? Where? There's nothing around me. There is nothing there. Hello, sweetheart. You like to visit me a lot, don't you? Oh, someone's been making chocolate lollies. That's really exciting.
I did do one by mistake and the wrong one. Flower one. Just by accident.
You did a flowery one by accident. Well, I think we can forgive that. Just put the handbrake on, turn the engine off. Oh, you put it in back to front. Shall I have that one then?
You can choose whatever you want.
Well, I'm quite happy to have that one. If that's the mistakey one, that's alright by me. Wow, guys, look at the flower. Oh, where's the camera?
Which one would you like? The flower, heart, horse or bunny?
Trying to show everybody up there the chocolate lolly you've made. I'll take the flower if that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling. Little bow on it and everything. Lovely. Alrighty. So, another excellent job, because we are absolutely amazing. That's 5 on the west and 2 on the east. So we've got to do a whole bunch of east deliveries next. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Goodbye for now. I'm going to enjoy my lolly. Turn that bloody clock off.